All right, so we're diving deep today into some pretty crazy real estate trends.
Yeah, you could say that.
We're looking at Los Altos specifically.
Yep. December 2024.
December 2024. And I got to say, some of these numbers are pretty wild.
Yeah, they're definitely eye-opening if you're thinking about buying or selling in Los Altos.
Absolutely. So let's just jump right in. One of the first things that jumped out at me was this month's supply of inventory metric.
Right.
It's sitting at a shockingly low 0.27 months.
Yeah, you don't see numbers like that very often.
That's basically saying that if no other homes were listed for sale,
Right.
everything would be gone in less than a month.
Less than a month, exactly. It's a really, really tight market.
So what does that actually mean for, like, someone who's actually thinking about buying or selling in Los Altos right now?
Well, for buyers, it means you got to be ready to move fast.
Yeah.
Like really fast. You see a house, you can't afford to wait.
You snooze, you lose.
Exactly. Multiple offers are the norm, and you got to be prepared to go above asking price.
Wow. And how about sellers? I mean, it sounds like they've got all the leverage here, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely a seller's market right now in Los Altos. They
Right.
can pretty much dictate terms, and they're often getting multiple offers way above asking price.
So we see this incredibly low inventory, practically 0.27 months worth.
Right.
Which would make you think that, sellers are going to be asking for a lot more, but are they actually getting those high prices?
They are actually. The list to sold price ratio is a whopping 108%.
Whoa, wait a minute, 108%? So they're actually selling for more than what they're listing for.
On average, yeah, about 8% over asking.
That's insane.
It is. It's a reflection of just how much demand there is right now.
Yeah, so buyers are really facing some stiff competition.
Yeah, they got to be prepared to really stretch their budget.
So we're seeing this intense demand these homes are selling for way over asking.
Right.
But what about the time it takes to sell? We're talking like weeks, months, or is it even faster than that?
Oh, it's much faster than that. The median time on market is just 9 days.
9 days. That's it.
That's it. You list a house and it's practically gone in a week.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a whirlwind for both buyers and sellers.
Wow. So this is really like a lightning fast market.
Absolutely.
And then that brings us to the actual prices, right? Like, what are we talking about here? What's the median price in Los Altos?
Well, the median sold price in December 2024 was $5 million.
$5 million.
Wow. Los Altos is definitely in the big leagues when it comes to real estate.
I mean, that's a hefty price tag.
It is. It's up there with some of the most expensive markets in the country.
So what's fueling these sky-high prices? Is it just the limited inventory, or is there more to it?
Well, the low inventory is definitely a major factor,
Yeah.
but Los Altos has always been a desirable place to live.
Right.
It's got top-rated schools, safe neighborhoods, and, it's right in the heart of Silicon Valley.
Yeah, the location is incredible.
So you've got all this demand from people who want to live in this specific area.
Right. And that's what's driving prices up.
So we've got this perfect storm of low inventory, high demand, great location.
Exactly.
And it's creating this, incredibly competitive market.
Right. And it's a market that raises some interesting questions.
Like what?
Like, is this sustainable growth, or are we looking at a potential bubble?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, can prices really keep going up at this rate?
It's hard to say for sure. It's something that both buyers and sellers need to consider carefully.
Definitely. So for anyone out there who's listening who might be thinking about buying or selling in Los Altos, what would you say is like the key takeaway here?
I'd say the key takeaway is to be prepared.
Okay.
Buyers need to be ready to move quickly and be prepared to compete.
Yeah.
Sellers need to be realistic about their pricing and timing.
Right. So it's really all about knowing what you're getting into.
Exactly. Knowledge is power in this market.
Absolutely. And as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with something to think about.
Okay.
What do you think the future holds for Los Altos real estate? That's a tough one.
I know it's a crystal ball question. But given all these trends we've talked about, will this intense demand continue, or will we see things start to shift?
Yeah, it's hard to predict the future, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on.
It is. So for all of you listening out there, keep that question in mind as you follow the Los Altos market. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you next time.
Sounds good.
All right.